Yeah, this will be the most physical team that we've played, and they've got a physical mindset. An O-line coach is their head coach, and just big, strong, powerful linemen and tight ends and running backs. So, whole new challenge for us this week for sure.
Brent, I know there's still plenty to clean up, but the fact you guys are 7 games not allowed an opponent to reach 300 yards, is how proud are you of the defense, the way those guys are playing, and were you expecting them to be this good this year?
You know, it's easy to quantify when you're looking at total yards and things, and you just really look at how they're playing, the assuredness, the aggressiveness, how sound we are, physical, and our guys are playing with tremendous effort. Again, with a lot of cohesion, continuity. We had a season low mental errors, which you hope is indicative of guys continuing to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it. And very proud of our guys, our coaches and the players. They've invested a tremendous amount. It's a lot of fun when you're able to play, fairly well, and see them rewarded, playing with confidence and just enjoying the game and the opportunity to play. So, we were certainly far from perfect. I know Coach brought that up. We had a season high in missed tackles. But the good thing about that is, again, the yards after contact were very low, under 2 yards. And so when we did miss, we had somebody right there. And again, that comes from effort and again, understanding. And don't really know what to put. We had a season low mental errors, but a season high in missed tackles. And some of it, they did a little more option than we were anticipating, so we got caught out of position a few times. And I think formationally, we weren't quite where we needed to be a couple of times. And so it doesn't take very much. Looking at the wrong thing, they present a lot of eye candy and things. Looking at the wrong thing or just slightly misaligning will do that to you. And they had good skill at both running back, quarterback, and at receiver, and then did enough formationally, motion-wise, where they can create leverage. And again, thank goodness that, again, the missed tackles. I know NC State had some missed tackle issues, and there's some huge running plays, and they can do that to you when you're slightly out of a gap, or again you misfit things. Missed tackles on a bad day can get pretty ugly pretty quick. So again, there's a lot to be pleased about, but certainly far from satisfied. We as a staff and certainly as a unit, we got a gazillion things to get better at. We need to be better on third down. We need to be more sound and formation adjustments, and got to get a little bit better just in about everything that we're doing. We gave up a 500 to 3 deep ball, which can't happen, and so there's a variety. We missed a few more sacks on block guys, just coming scot-free. And you gotta capitalize if you're going to be a great player, a great unit. When you got some layups, and we missed plenty of layups, on Saturday. But our guys have a wonderful attitude. It's been a year ago. It was a fun group to coach because they had such great maturity, and really came to practice every day. Well, this group of guys, we don't have the experience that last year's group did, as a total unit, but this is a group that's very hungry, eager to learn, eager to be coached, and spend a tremendous amount of time on their own being prepared every week. And so that makes it a lot of fun when they're hungry like that.
Do you know if Xavier Thomas will be back?
I think he probably will, but we'll see.
Brent, Isaiah seems like he's having himself an ACC Player of the Year type of season. What has he done during the offseason to kind of elevate himself to that level?
He's great work ethic, a lot of humility, finished the year strong, and everybody bragging on him, and him just realizing, the flaws in his game, the weaknesses in his game, and I think he worked hard at bridging the gap in regards to his knowledge and other positions within the defense, and allows him to play just making more plays, the plays that are there, and allows them to play with a little more aggressiveness, and then not giving up, plays, just doing his job. So preventing a year ago, just very inconsistent, flashed and certainly finished the year better than he started the year. But that's very normal, as a first-year starter a year ago. So I think there's a lot of things that he worked on, but as much as anything else, his understanding of his position, and then our total defense. And then again, he's got tremendous work ethic, and I think he's put in a lot more time to be the first to tell you, just studying the game and studying the game plan and understanding it from a coach's perspective as much as he can.
He told us that he's sometimes his biggest critic out there. Do you have to get with him sometimes and say, hey, listen,
No.
get out of your own head?
No, I'm pretty hard on him. I usually agree with him.
Do you enjoy having players like that are perfectionists?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what the best of the best are like that. Now, you can't be a self-defeating, and so you got to have be strong-minded and some toughness about you. But yeah, hold yourself to a high standard. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys that get satisfied too easily are always like this, man. So it's a great quality to have, and you wish more guys had it.
He was a little under the radar recruited. Do you remember the point where you were like, wow, this guy's got a chance?
When he showed up and started running around in fall camp, just how aggressive, I thought, just how aggressive he was. A lot of young guys will come in and they're just timid. And I nicknamed him Twinkle Toes to make him mad. Trying to run around and stuff, and I was just trying to charge him up. It works. It's easy. He's really easy. I think Georgia Tech a year ago, I didn't play him. I started, I think Jalen Williams. He got mad, and I didn't think he was ready. I wouldn't have done that if I had I thought he was ready, but I just didn't know. Now out in the field, he'll run and strike, but he's really developed into an all-around player. So he can, as we know, can play in the A gap, can play on the slot, can play in the middle of the field, But when he first got here, he was a runner and a hitter from the get-go. Very, very aggressive.
How do you respond when you didn't start him in Tech?
He was very mad. Yeah, he was angry. So
Is he as
it's good. He got to
versatile
step the
guy?
game up.
Is he as versatile a guy as you've had?
Yeah, he is. And it's not just that he has the athletic ability to do it, but also the precision, the fundamentals, the understanding, the skill to be able to play a variety of those spots.
The fact that he plays, he can kind of play everywhere. What do you kind of see him at the next level?
I don't know.
You don't care about that at all?
I want him to go and have success. That's for them to figure out,
Do you recall ever having somebody you lined up in so many?
No, I've had some guys to go a couple different spots, and Kayvon is probably our next most versatile guy. It's one thing to have skill, but you got to have, again, a knowledge and an instinctive base to you that, oh, okay, I got it. And then some of that can be developed. I would say Isaiah, over some time, that developed to that, but he had to kind of master one thing first and then start, experimenting with him at some other spots. Kayvon, his first year, we played him at 3 spots. Tremendous versatility, instincts, the physical toughness that goes along with that. You see Kayvon lining up over 300-pound guards this year at times and having great success. So, he doesn't, he's not talked about as much, but we look at Kayvon as another guy that's got tremendous versatility and brings a lot to the table and solves a lot of problems without having to, repackage things.
It seems that there's been more forward down linemen, defensive lineman sets. Is that the kind of the maturation of the defensive line to being happy with?
Yeah, they're getting better, and I think you do it, where you feel like you need to, not just because that's what you're supposed to do, but so they got to earn it too, and so like we hoped that would continue to develop, and it is. It's getting better, and we're certainly not there yet. And you're watching last year's Boston College tape and watching those big butts, on the back of the screen, and you're just envious, But our guys are playing out of their minds, really are. And but you really, when you watch those guys against Boston College last year, like, dang, we're pretty good. and just a lot of girth and a lot of strength at the point of attack, but this group's got its own set of strengths and is really coming on and playing really pretty well. So couldn't be more proud of them, than what we are.
Sorry.
You good?
When you were so used to those guys just creating a whole new line of scrimmage, was your biggest, I guess, question or concern coming in? How are y'all going to hold up?
Well, look, and I don't want to take anything away from those guys because those guys played terrific last year, but they got blocked now. We just didn't whoop 1 for 1 every time. It did not happen. It might have been a push, but it's not like we took this guy and threw him over there and just went in the backfield and destroyed everybody. We did a good job of that too at times. But so I don't want to all of a sudden they were, nobody else made any plays because they took all the plays. They did a great job, man, helping other guys make plays. But I don't even know what your question was, but
I was just curious how much of a question in your mind coming into the year was how are we going to hold up in the line of scrimmage with these, I guess.
Yeah, it's fair to say. I mean, you lost 5, plus you had signed Josh Belk, you had signed Jabril Robinson. You can't just keep losing guys and everything's going to be fine. It's not. Or again, or register more guys that you lost that really should all been there. So you just start counting them up. Then you lost 6 linebackers. That's a bunch of dudes. I think that's give or take around 14, 15 guys that were 2 deep guys. All of them gone. All of them. So that's dang right concern going into the year.
With that in mind, the BC guys bring in such a diverse offense, that multiple tight end package and a lot of eye candy like you like to speak of. What do you tell that linebacker and safety group this week?
Well, we're going to play a lot of 8 DB packages. I'm telling them, hey, you can't run from it. This is going to be an all-out, street fight. These guys are you can't hide, and you can't run away from it. You got to be able to attack people, and you got to be able to hold point. You got to be able to knock people back. You got to fit the run, and they make it really hard because they've got tremendous play action passing game. That you got to be. They're going to keep you honest. They're going to attack your edges with jet sweeps. You can get all those condensed sets, and so get you down in there tight, and then they're athletic and they can reach you and get outside with some of their outside run game and their sprint game and their boot game and create short edges and so they got a really nice complementary system but they got big, strong, physical guys that love to grind you up. So our guys are going to have to we got to get healthy and we got to have a heck of a week and just presents another huge challenge for us. And it seems like every time we line up against somebody, the strength of what they do is the guys we're lining up against. And it's fun, again, it's going to be a great challenge.
I mean, you've had evidence this year that your guys are up to street fight. I mean, Texas A&M has athletes, Florida State has athletes, North Carolina. You guys have handled yourself well in those situations.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, our guys are tough. We've shown toughness, and we've shown effort, and we've shown physicality, and these guys are going to try to pound you into oblivion, and they're just going to try to wear you out. They do it with a tempo and multiple formations and a lot of eye candy, and so they really force you to play with tremendous discipline and physicality, every snap. So it's going to be fun.
Who's coming the furthest on the defensive line from game 1 to
I would say probably Niles or maybe Justin Foster, or Jordan Williams inside, and probably Justin Foster and KJ, on the outside, most improvement that you've seen.
Have you seen pretty consistent growth from Tyler?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, he came in and did such a great job from the get-go that it's harder to see this tremendous amount of improvement because he came in and was playing at a very fast physical level right away. So, but you know, the more he plays, you know, the better he gets. He had another tremendous game. I don't know what all of his stats were, but boy, he really played well. Really played well.
Brent, does it ever get frustrating for you when you see this team win and yet perhaps slide down at more end?
I could care less. That stuff, these people, you know, they see and say whatever they want to hear, say and see. You know, doesn't to me it doesn't have to affect us. You know, we are in control and of how we play and whether or not we have an opportunity to, you know, to continue to win. And if we do, let the cards fall where they may. I don't, you know, I used to have Tyler, my son Tyler, that would get all worked up. Now I got my daughter Lainey. She wants to get what? Wait a minute. I thought we were number one. She just figured that out. What, you know, LSU and now Ohio State, so I'm gonna have to talk her off the cliff last night. And I mean, like literally was so mad. So I guess that she's a poster child for all of the Clemson Nation, I guess. But for us, man, who cares? You know, it doesn't really. I could care less.
Is Jake gonna be okay?
Yeah. Yep. He'll practice today.